Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm welcome to the stream everybody. I'm Maira Naira and this is the members of our podcast. Meet.
I'm Riamo Pitanara. I'm Rain Emil Acosta. I'm Miji De Vera. I'm Alejandro Scorlas.
And I'm Angelica Lorraine Pada. And you're watching our stream Beyond the Sound. Today we'll be talking about music, emotions, and everything in between. But before that, let's start off with a quick kamustahan. How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this topic, and it's one of those topics that you don't realize you think about until you start. What about you guys? Same here, actually. I'm honestly looking forward to this topic kasi, ano, relatable siya. Like, everyday kind of relatable. Sucks lang. Shoutout muna sa mga nakikinig eh. Thanks for tuning in. Okay naman, kung actually share our personal experience para sa mga viewers. Glad to hear that, guys. And speaking of which, how about our viewers? Kamusta kayo today? And we hope everyone's doing great, staying safe and comfortable for this stream.
Feel free to say hi in the chat or tell us how your day's been so far. We'd really love to hear from you guys. Checking the chat.
Checking the chat.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Wow.
So happy guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Shout out, Barry. Okay, so for today's topic is something we all experience in our daily lives. So don't be shy and leave us with something to read in our chat box. We'll be checking in with you as we go on.
Well, whether you use music to relax, focus, or express how you're feeling, we're just sure you've had moments really hit something different. And that's exactly what we'll be talking about today, how music connects with our emotions and experiences. Thank you for joining our stream, whether you're watching live or not. We appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen and be part of our discussion. Now let's move on. Our first question. Please feel free to interact with us with the chat box as we go. We are open to suggestions. So yeah, relax lang tayo today. Kwentuhan lang, no pressure.
Don't hesitate to drop your thoughts in the chat again because we'd love to see what you guys have to say for our podcast. Now,
With that being said, Tara, let's move on to our first question.
okay. Uh,
For our first question, how often would you say that you listen to music? Whether it's while studying, scrolling through social media, blasting it at a party, jamming with your friends, or simply making time for yourself. Music is a pretty common option, don't you think so?
yeah, pero what's interesting is that we tend to listen to music almost every day. But have you ever thought about how music actually affects you mentally? Like, minsan we don't even realize how much it changes our mood.
That's interesting. And nakikurious talaga ako to find out how it really influences our mood. And minsan, di na natin namamalayan yung impact niya sa mood and emotions natin. Tama. If na-curious din kayo, then you've come to the right place. Because that's exactly what we're here for. Let's dive deeper into how music affects our feelings, our focus, and our mood. Trust me, maraming makaka-relate sa mga examples today.
Exactly. It's really interesting to think about how music affects us subconsciously and mentally throughout our day.
And honestly, music isn't just for big moments lang, right? Even small things like walking to class or making breakfast, doing your day-to-day hobbies and working. A song can totally change your vibe, even for a little while.
True, like sometimes I'll play a random upbeat song in the morning and then suddenly chores or homework don't feel so boring anymore. Exactly. Or have you noticed that certain songs can make you remember a moment you didn't think about in years?
So let's make it interactive. For viewers, feel free to drop in the chat one song that always changes your mood. We'll check out some in a bit.
Wow, chat.
Wow. So, relatable. Wow.
Okay, go Billy.
And so we've talked about how often we listen to music, and now let's dive kung paano talaga nito na-affect mental state natin. Let's go through a few real life examples. A lot of the time, we don't even choose music intentionally. It just plays in the background while we're doing tasks, but it still affects how focused or relaxed we feel.
And sometimes, like the type of music we listen to depends on our mood. Like when we're sad, should we might listen to slower songs with lower notes, and when we feel energized, we go for something more upbeat, faster, and catchy. That choice actually matters because different types of music can trigger our emotional responses, whether it's motivation, calmness, or even nostalgia. Which means music doesn't just reflect how we feel, it can also influence how our moods shift over time without us even realizing.
Yes, and that's why being aware of how we use music is important. It can help us understand our emotion better instead na itago lang natin yung feelings na nararamdaman natin.
And the cool part is music can also connect us, like with others. Sharing a song with a friend or hearing one that reminds you of a memory can make you feel less alone. Exactly. It's not just about how music makes you feel. It can spark conversations, bring back memories, or even help you relate to someone else's experience.
So, yeah, think of music as more than just a background noise. It's a tool that can help you process feelings, express yourself, and even motivate you to do something positive. And the best part, you don't need a perfect playlist or a fancy setup. Just pay attention to what works para sa'yo.
Exactly. That choice actually matters because different types of music can trigger emotional responses. Music is personal, so notice how it makes you feel and use it to support your mood or deal with stress.
Naglag.
Okay.
True. Once you start being more mindful about it, music can become a healthy way to cope rather than just something you play out of habit. Actually, before we go into another question, can we just talk about it normally for a bit? Like, no questions muna, just how music fits into our lives talaga.
I mean, yeah, if we think about it, music is already part of our routine without us even planning it. It's like a background character in our lives that's always there.
True. Like, sometimes I don't even notice I'm playing music and bigla na lang now while I'm doing something and I realize mas okay pala yung mood ko.
Same, especially when you're alone. Music fills in the silence, and it's funny how we use different music for different moments. May music for studying, for commuting, for cleaning, or even just for it makes things feel less heavy, even if you're not in the best mood.
And minsan kahit hindi ka okay emotionally, music helps you function. Like, you're still sad, but at least you can move or think or breathe a little easier.
Oo nga, parang music doesn't, pero it helps you survive the moment.
Now, that's actually a good way to put it because it's not a solution but a support.
And I feel like that's why people get attached to certain songs, not because they're the best songs ever, but because they were there during a certain phase of your life.
Exactly. Yeah, when you hear that song again, parang biglang may memories ulit. Feelings, kahit matagal na. Parang every phase of your life may sariling sound.
Parang, yeah, and maybe that's why we keep coming back to music. Even when we don't know what we're feeling, music somehow understands it for us, which is kind of scary and comforting at the same time.
And isn't it funny how sometimes you play a song just because it feels right in the exact moment? Even if you don't remember why you chose it, the timing and feeling is just perfect.
Well, yeah, and sometimes a song sneaks into your mind randomly and it totally flips your mood. You didn't plan, but it works.
Or parang kapag you're trying to concentrate, you put on something instrumental. Tapos suddenly, yung energy ng song matches exactly what you need. Magic lang.
And music isn't just about moods. It can be about motivation too. Like a hype song can make you want to clean your whole room or finish that essay in one sitting.
True. Or sometimes it's about comfort, even if nothing's wrong. A sad song can feel like someone saying, I get you, when you just need that feeling.
You know what's interesting? Sometimes I don't even listen to music properly. It's just there in the background, but I still feel different with it than without it.
Yeah, like kapag walang music, everything feels too quiet or too real. Parang may kulang.
especially when you're doing something boring. Music time feel faster, like suddenly tapos na yung task and you didn't even notice.
And sometimes music just becomes a part of your imagination. Like you start daydreaming, making fake scenarios in your head, main character moments. But
I also feel like sometimes we don't even choose music anymore. It just plays automatically and we go with it.
Yeah, like autoplay decides for you. You don't even think, you just keep listening.
and half the time, you don't even remember what song played before that.
That's true. It's like music becomes part of the environment instead of something you actively pay attention to.
Which is kind of interesting because even when we're not focused on it, it still affects how we feel.
Yeah, and sometimes I only notice the music when it suddenly stops na lang. And then I suddenly realize how used I was to music.
Saying silence feels weird when you're used to always having sound.
It makes you realize how dependent we are on it, even for small things.
Not in a bad way, but it's like it's integrated into our daily routine and our lives, you know.
Yeah, music isn't always something we listen to. Sometimes it's just something that's there.
I think what makes music effective is that it gives you a pause. Like you're still stressed, but at least you're not spiraling for a few minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't remove the problem exactly, but it gives you a breathing space.
And sometimes that space is enough to think clearly again. Like instead of reacting emotionally, you calm down first.
It's more about timing. So if I listen to music right after getting stressed, it helps. But if I listen too long, I end up procrastinating.
Same, and there are times when music helps me reset, and there are times when it really becomes a distraction.
Which means music can be helpful, but only if you're aware of how you're using it.
Exactly. It's not about always turning to music. It's about knowing when it helps and when it doesn't help.
And I think that awareness is already part of emotional regulation. Knowing what you need in that moment.
It's because sometimes what you need is music, and sometimes what you need is to actually face the problem.
So music becomes more like a tool that you choose and not just a habit you rely on. So yeah, before we even talk about stress or coping, I think this already shows now that music is emotional by default. Even if you're using it as therapy, it already affects you.
With that in mind, our next question is,
Have you ever felt stressed after doing tiresome work? Like schoolwork or long hours of studying, deadlines, or something in general that just makes you feel burnt out? Well, for most people in that situation, they would turn to music as a coping mechanism to help regulate their emotions and improve their mood. Okay, most people. But by using music as a tool that can help them pipe down with their mood and emotions, but however, listening to music does not necessarily improve your mood or at an immediate pace because while music can help support your emotions, its effects are only temporary and not a long-term solution on its own.
Yeah, that's important. That's an important point. Music helps in the moment, but it doesn't automatically fix what's causing the problem. It really depends on the intensity of your personal issue and whatnot.
Yeah, I hear you. Because music can give you a sense of escape. But if the stress comes from ongoing or long-term problems like workload or peer pressure, those may need to be addressed in another way.
so basically, what we can think of music as an emotional support that helps you calm down and clear your mind and prepares yourself before dealing with the problem.
That's absolutely right. But is that the only thing music is used for? Don't you think music also plays a broader role in expressing someone's emotions and mood, not just about stress?
I agree. Music plays a much larger role in expressing our emotions and influencing our mood. It's not just something we use during stressful times, it's also something we use in our everyday routines. For example, many people listen to music while studying to help them focus, while others use it during workouts to boost their energy and motivation. Some people doing chores, traveling, or even getting ready in the morning because it helps them set the mood and keeps them motivated throughout the day.
Diba? Like sometimes music helps people process emotions they don't fully understand yet. It gives space to feel without needing to explain everything. And music just becomes a guide for our emotions and helping us navigate them instead of avoiding them.
And depending on what you're listening to, it can either calm you down or energize you, or it can even help you reflect on what you're going through.
Yep, and that's why people often choose different songs for different moments. It's intentional, even if you don't always realize it. That's a great point, guys, which makes it interesting to think about how music influences us beyond just stress and how it fits into our daily emotional experience.
Just about big moments either. Even small things like feeling sleepy, bored, or excited. Music can affect how we react to those moments.
Yeah, like sometimes I put on a song and suddenly even boring tasks feels, lighter. And music almost gives you an extra energy or motivation without you realizing it.
And it's interesting how certain songs can trigger memories. Even tiny details like a place, a smell, or a person. It's like music keeps a record of your experiences.
True. And like it works both ways because like you can pick a song because of a memory or a song you can create a memory because of the moment that you're in. Exactly. It makes you realize music isn't just a sound. It's part of how we live, how we feel, and how we remember.
So yeah, every playlist, every random song, even the ones you forget, you actually listen to, actually plays a role in shaping your day, your mood, your life.
And that's why we keep coming back to music. And even when we don't notice it's quite than we think.
And it's crazy how music can affect us even if we're not fully paying attention. You might not notice it at first, but it slowly shifts your mood and energy.
Yeah, and sometimes it surprises you. One song can turn a rough morning into something a little more manageable.
Or it can match exactly how you feel, like it's putting words to emotion you can't describe.
And that's why music feels so personal. Almost like it understands you better than you understand yourself at times.
And the cool part, everyone experiences it and what uplifts me might calm someone else completely.
Exactly. Music doesn't fix everything, but it's give us a little space to breathe, to reflect, and to keep moving forward.
Exactly. So before we move on to our personal example, you like comment in the chat what songs or genres that you usually listen that affects your mood the most, whether it calms you or energizes you.
Okay, thank you for that, guys. Salamat rin sa mga nag-participate sa chat natin. With that being said, let's move on to the next.
Now, now moving on to our next topic. How can we differentiate emotions between music and silence? Which is much better in regulating emotions? Do we always need to listen to music or does silence play a better role sometimes? Because sitting in silence sometimes feels more comfortable as you gather your thoughts peacefully in order to not get interrupted and swayed by the flow of the music.
Come to think of it, that's a really good question. Mapapaisip ka because music can help people cope, especially in hard moments. Pero there are also times where silence is much better option Pero ano ba talagang mas magandang option?
Alam niyo yung feeling na parang music get overwhelming and minsan gusto mo na lang ng tahimik.
Yeah. Oo nga, no? Like, there are times when music serves as a coping mechanism that helps you calm down, but there are moments where music is just overwhelming, especially when your mind is already tired. What
That's a
about
great. Oh, okay, that's a great point, Rains. Now, silence can actually help us become more aware of what we're feeling instead of immediately trying to push our thoughts and distract it with music. But it allows our emotions to surface naturally in the silence.
I hear you guys, pero at the same time, silence isn't always a comfortable option. For other people, it can feel heavy, overwhelming, and scary, especially when emotions are very intense, in which it can lead to overthinking, anxiety, and panic attacks.
Alam niyo yung tipong tahimik ka pero biglang pumasok lahat ng thoughts mo.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
Like
true.
that one time.
Like, kaya nga, emotional well-being comes from balance as well. Too much noise can overwhelm us, but too much silence can feel isolating. And knowing which one you need to play as an important role in self-awareness.
Exactly, and honestly, not everyone has the same lahat iba-iba at may kanya-kanyang style. Kung ano ang mas effective sa kanila. In a broader sense, emotional regulation isn't about choosing one over the other. It's about understanding when your mind needs stimulation and when it needs rest.
well said. Both serve as a tool that we can use intentionally. Neither is better. They just serve different emotional needs. Learning when to turn on the music and when to sit in silence is part of growing emotionally and taking care of our mental well-being.
So whether you cope through sound or silence, what matters is that you listen to yourself and you choose what helps you feel balanced in that moment.
So, speaking of experiences, what about you guys? What are your own personal experience? How does music affect your mood? Let's start with you, Miji.
Well, actually, honestly, as a singer,
So girl.
I find myself singing whenever I feel bored, whether I'm learning a new song or simply letting time pass. Listening to music or singing gently calms my mood. And it's something I'm naturally drawn to. And it has also become a quiet comfort. I share with someone special and some especially during moments filled with a positive atmosphere, even in solitude. And I tend to sing in these simple moments. Music softly shapes my mood, energy, and heart. Sorry. And Brain, what about you? Do you have a go-to song or genre that helps you chill or get hyped up?
For me personally, music has a huge influence on my mood, and it really depends on what I'm listening to. Whenever I listen to music, would strongly depend on how I'm feeling that day. For example, if I'm feeling motivated or happy, I would listen to music that would lift my mood, like R&B, rock, jazz, or OPM. There are times where music makes me feel understood, like when I'm going through problems, I tend to play songs that match my current emotions. Like, do you know the feeling when the lyrics perfectly describe what you're going through? It feels comforting in a way. It makes me feel less alone and honestly keeps me motivated. What about you, Maia? How does music affect your mood?
Well, personally, it depends on the kind of genre I put on because music affects me in a way where I don't have to think about anything and just preserve the moment for myself. Because my moods really do vary depending on the genre I play. Like, if I want to feel upbeat, I put on my rock playlist, or if I want a quiet, calm headspace, I put on Levi's, or bonus, I just listen to piano medleys. Now, music enables me to try new genres and listen to new artists, or if I want to travel back in time just to feel nostalgia, or just to feel the moment in general. So, music has a large impact on switching up my moods instantaneously. like clearing my mind, distracting myself, or just enjoying the moment, feeling upbeat, or just to regulate my emotions. Well, it really helps me change the vibe. And I genuinely believe that music can build connections within a passionate community because music is a universal language on its own. So, Angelica, can you tell us about your music vibes? What lifts you up or calms you down? Okay, so you guys know that I'm a musician, right? I love singing and playing instruments like my guitar and bass. And I even have my own band with my brother and his friends. So when I'm just stressed or I just need rest, I play along with music, record songs, or write my own lyrics. It just helps me process my emotions and clear my mind. Sometimes I'll just spend hours playing and singing, and it feels like I'm putting my thoughts and feelings into something I can control instead of letting them overrun me. Even if I'm having a bad day, music gives me a space to breathe and reflect on how I'm feeling. It's kind of like my personal reset. And I have to thank my brother for introducing me to music because I found a skill and I have found something that just helps me not just to get entertained, but it genuinely helps me how I feel and helps me manage my mood. So without music, I don't know what I do. So Alejandro, I'm curious. Do you use music to cope when you're feeling down or stressed?
Well, I honestly think that music affects my mood just like how it affects you guys. What I mean is that when I listen to a type of music, it either changes my mood from sad to happy or the other way around. Like that time when I didn't feel like moving or doing anything because I was feeling down, I just grabbed my earphones and listened to music that would make me forget about my bad moods and instead calm me down or make me remember the happy ones. Before discovering music, I was really bad at managing my emotions. Like, I didn't think there was a day where I didn't cry over my memories that I still didn't move on from, or get angry from the environment of my home. But when I discovered music from social media, friends, and family, I suddenly realized that I'm one of those people who use music as a coping mechanism or an escape loop, and therefore it's a bit mature. And that's how music has really helped me over time. Rayoma, how about you? How does music affect your mood or help you get through stressful days?
I think different type of music affect people in different ways. For me, calm music help me relax. I'm stressed, while upbeat song make me feel more confident and happy sometimes. A song I really like can even change my mood and make me feel happy or motivated.
Wow. It's so cool hearing how different music affects all of us. I'm sure some of you can relate to at least one of these stories.
Yeah, it's amazing how something
Yeah.
as simple as music can really change the way we feel and help us throughout our day.
So that's why being mindful or music can turn into a healthy habit instead of just something you play without thinking.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of it's kind of like noticing how a song makes you feel in the moment. You realize what lifts you up and what slows you down or what keeps you in the moment. Yes, and sometimes it's fun to experiment with songs you wouldn't normally listen to. You might discover a vibe that works surprisingly well for your mood.
Exactly. It's less about what's popular and more about what actually hits differently for you today.
Second round.
So now we want to hear from you guys.
You guys.
Quick question lang. Do you use music to help you focus or calm down? What's your go-to genre? What when you're stressed or have schoolwork to finish?
Yeah, so if you're listening to us and you have a favorite song or playlist that helps you, let us know that now. It's the dream.
Very thoughtful.
Very Oh my.
Connects us deeply about the story
Shout
of
out.
everything.
Oh my god. Shout out F6 boys. Yeah. Sorry.
Shout out sa mga public
Again.
Okay, here we go.
Fair enough.
Mm,
Alright.
so
Alright, quick fire time naman tayo. Ang rule lang is answer the first thing na pumapasok in mind. Ready?
G, tara, parang pasok lang ni Tito Boy.
Upbeat or chill? Headphones or speakers? Vocal or instrumental? Shuffle or playlist? Music while studying or while exercising? Music to cry or music to dance?
Wait, we're supposed to answer that.
Okay, so wait, muna is upbeat or chill?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
Upbeat and chill, mix of both.
For me, just upbeat lang kasi it's just positive eh.
What about you?
I'm more of a chill guy.
Next naman, ay, Rain. Me? Yeah.
I would say chill.
Roma,
Chill.
chill.
Okay, so next, headphones or speakers? Okay, you first.
Sorry, headphones because it's my personal playlist.
Yeah, same answer.
Roma,
For me, headphones.
Wait.
I would say headphones as well since it's more comforting.
all speakers. Kasi, gusto ko maingay.
Yeah. For me, headphones kasi I like to keep it to myself lang.
Alright, so, vocals or instrumentals, with you?
Siyempre, as a singer, I chose vocals.
Yun, yun. Ano din, vocal din. I prefer instrumental.
I prefer instrumental because I can really imagine the scenarios
Or
happening.
yourself singing.
Okay, Rain.
I would say instrumental rin.
Yeah, I would say instrumental.
Okay, now, shuffle or playlist?
Oh, play this, of course,
What's
because
the
it's art.
difference? What's the difference?
I mean, okay, shuffle is like different, diba?
Okay, playlist. Playlist.
Playlist din.
Playlist.
Playlist din.
Alright, now, music while studying or while exercising, right?
Mm, while exercising for me.
I don't
To be honest.
exercise, studying. Angelica. Both. Okay.
Music while studying.
Yeah.
Study.
Rioma.
Forgot about it.
Music while studying.
Okay.
Wow.
Last one. Last one. Cry or music to dance? Me, go first. Which one?
For me, just music to dance because I don't want to. I don't. Basta, yeah, music to dance.
Music to dance.
Music to dance, I guess.
Rioma.
Music to dance.
Rain.
Music to dance, I guess.
Both. Whatever. Okay.
Okay, so wow. Grabe ang different ng taste natin talaga. Ang dami pa rin nakaka-relate sa mood or vibe choices.
Yeah, and try fast fire lang. You can see really says something about how we feel and how we portray ourselves. True.
True. Kahit simple choices lang. Headphones, speaker, concert, or chill or hype, they kind of show our music vibes and moods.
And for our viewers out there, drop a comment again, even just an emoji, because we appreciate any form of interaction. We just need to know our tablet's not lagging.
Real.
I didn't even expect some of this answer, like music to cry to or music to dance. That one got me.
Same, I didn't even know, like, some of you actually choose instrumental over vocals when studying. Interesting, ah.
See, that's why it's fun to hear from everyone. And even little choices tell us about your mood or personality. Yeah, and it's cool to notice patterns too, like how certain genres pop up more depending on what we're feeling that day. Also, shout out Sir Marcos.
So, Mr. Marcus, I feel like these questions are making us overthink, our own music habits a bit.
Yeah, true. It's fun seeing everyone think differently about the same question.
Okay, so we've talked about how we vibe with music. Pero, do you ever notice how it compares to other ways you deal with stress or just resets your mood? Okay, anyways, like the way it helps you deal with stress helps you a lot more than other things you do to regulate your.
For me, Music is an instant mood booster. Pero minsan, I do other stuff to sort out my thoughts. Just to really feel like everything, you know. Or just to simply distract myself from overthinking and the negative thoughts.
Same. I feel like some days music just hits right away. Other days I might do something different like moving around or just rest. Either way, it helps me refocus my mind and get myself into a casual state of thinking.
Yeah, sometimes music alone isn't enough. Mixing it with other things that help me think of just taking a breather. Parang it gives me a bigger reset.
Oh, exactly. And the cool thing is, it doesn't even have to be complicated. It's not about what works for you at the moment. So, viewers, what about you? Again, what about you? When you sit, when you to chill, what's your go-to? Just comment in the chat. We want to know. Just probably loud.
Kahit wala tayong masyadong viewers, it's kind of fun to learn how we all represent differently coming from our different environments and personalities.
True. And honestly, sometimes just singing music or imagining a whole concert can already switch up your mood.
Yeah.
Depending on the genre. I think
Bye
that's
bye. Yeah, like imagining yourself in that energy, even without headphones or speaking on, can actually make you feel hyped or relaxed.
The person speaking. Okay, let's try it. Picture this. You go to any live show right now. No rules, no tickets, no limits, and just your preference. Anong vibe mo? Alejandro.
Chill out for me, small venue, no lights, maybe acoustic. I kinda just wanna feel it without all the chaos. Chaos and flashing lights, crazy fans and screaming crowds.
Perfect dancers.
It really makes you feel the flow of the song. It helps you stay in the moment, you know?
Ako naman all out, big crowd, rowdy people, everyone dancing, flashing lights. Parang festival mode talaga. Going all out and releasing that restrained chaos really feels like a unique experience and a truly great memory to look back.
Yeah. I do a mix. Start chill muna, then gets hype later. Like parang balance lang, you know? The way the way that the vibe of the music synchronizes with the crowd, then switches up the hype depending on the intensity of the song. Parang emotional roller coaster.
OMG, I feel that. But I'm the opposite. I prefer a really upbeat song
Really?
for the, yeah, really upbeat song for the introduction to work up everybody who's been anticipating the flashing lights, blasting speakers, psychotic crowd, and the hype of the concert in general. So that's when they're all tired out. They play the chill and slow songs. It's perfect for the atmosphere. And that's the perfect lineup. Even imagining it just makes me kind of feel the energy of it. Music's weird and mentally controlling in a way, haha.
Right? Music goes a long way when it comes to entertaining crowds or simply just enjoying yourself. You don't even need headphones or a concert ticket. Just thinking about it can change your whole mood. It all comes from a few clicks and the rolling of your favorite tracks to get you feeling differently.
Exactly. That's why music is crazy cool. It's not just hearing it, it's the feeling it gives you. Music can actually give you a sense of self-enjoyment and switch up your atmosphere. And it really comes from the genres you learn to love.
Okay, so moving on, here are a few tips from us on using music to help manage your emotions. Music isn't just for entertainment. It can actually help you calm down, boost your mood, or even help you release emotions you don't always know how to express. So by listening intentionally, we can use music as a simple but powerful tool in our lives. So let's start with you, Miguel.
Okay. Tip number one.
One.
Choose music that matches or lifts your mood intentionally. Don't just play random songs that you think will help you. Select your songs carefully with the intent of feeling better. So just releasing your emotions healthily, you get more out of it. Example, like you're feeling stressed before an exam, a calm and slow playlist can help you focus instead of blasting heavy rock or your favorite genre, which might hype you up too much and put you off track. You'll end up wasting more time. But remember, you're looking for a song to maintain your focus and your ability to work more efficiently.
Tip number two, Use instrumental or lyric-free music if you need to concentrate. Lyrics can distract your brain sometimes, lalo na kapag nag-aaral ka or you're working on a project. Example, take classical music, for example. If that's not what helps, put on your favorite songs, instrumental version when writing an essay. It will retain your motivation and focus without interrupting your work, leaving you with finished priorities and much more free time.
Tip number 3. Don't be afraid to listen to sad songs, guys. It's okay to feel your emotions and
Yeah.
let you help them
Yeah.
process them. It can actually be comforting and help you release what you've been holding on to. Music just gives you a sense of closure by letting yourself listen to nostalgic tunes you played and at a certain point in your life. And at the times, it's give anything back to but simply can't or don't want to let go of. So like for example, sometimes I play fun or upbeat songs when I want to feel happy, chill, when I just need to relax. It's a simple way to vibe with your emotions and it's having like a little mental rest.
Yeah, so tip number
Or
make playlists for different moods like stress, focus, energy boost. It saves time, prevents you from scrolling endlessly to search for that one song you just can't seem to find. Just to feel that certain vibe. Yeah. Kapag kailangan mo agad ng specific vibe, and it makes it easier to build that vibe you need quickly. And for example, having a focus you are
Sorry.
in a work, school, and energy credits para naman sa workout can make it easier to get in the right mood quickly.
And tip number 5, or the last one. Remember that music is a tool. Remember, sorry. Remember, music is a tool, not a fix. It's a temporary solution for your current feeling or mood. It's also important to take breaks, talk to someone, or do other self care. When you need it, it can help you feel better in the moment, but not now in the long run. Like for an example, listen to a favorite playlist or album. It can also help to calm your mind after a busy day, but it's also a good way to step away from it. Like work out or do something else you enjoy, and at the end of the day, remember you also deserve to have someone to be with yourself too. Alright.
Alright guys, so those were some quick tips and general tips. But remember, lahat nagbabibe different with music. It depends on the person and genre.
yup, music can really help, pero it's just one part of taking care of yourself. Keep experimenting, explore different sounds, and don't forget to take care of yourselves too. But the help of others is another.
Exactly. Sometimes it's not about the perfect song. It's more about whatever music matches your mood that day. Even a random or silly track can make you feel better if you just go with the flow. And your same old songs that you only know, don't be afraid to experience other sounds to find your true music taste.
And don't stress now, don't stress. If some days you're not in the mood at all, just paying attention to what you need is already a way of taking care of yourself. And this stream isn't generally about the wonders of music or whatever, but how you can also take care of yourself with or without music.
Yes, and at the end of the day, music is like a little companion. It can cheer you up, calm you down, or just be there with you. Experiment, have fun, and let yourself feel whatever comes in naturally. Because you deserve to enjoy your personal and self enjoying hobbies.
And that's it from us today. Hope you guys find your own vibes and enjoy every song and along the way.
That's all the music vibes we wanted to share today, guys. Hope you're feeling inspired to put on your favorite playlist and songs.
Alright, but before we end this live stream, we just want to thank you to everyone who stayed with us today.
65
Even if you joined early or just hopped in, we really appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen and be a part of our podcast.
Yeah, so doing this live was honestly nerve-wracking. But seeing your messages and reaction, it made it feel way less scary and way more fun.
Yes. And obviously,
Currently, we have 67 views. 67. Well, yeah. Anyways, and obviously, not every answer was perfect. And some questions actually made us stop for a bit. And that's fine. We're just here sharing our thoughts, being open and listening to different perspective. And that's what this podcast is all about.
also, shout out to our Group 1, Life Labs, and I don't know the other one. There were six people with different ideas, and somehow we made it English. It wasn't perfect, but it was real, and that's what matters.
To everyone watching right now, we hope you got something from this, whether it made you think, laugh, or maybe found yourself nodding along because it was something you could relate to.
Before we log off, thank you again for spending part of your day with us. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe.
This has been Beyond the Sound, and we're really thankful for everyone who tuned in for today.
Take care.
Take care.
Take
3, 2,
care.
1. Take care.
Player comfort girls.
We will see you guys next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, stop. An hour.